Welcome everybody to another video of Vinyl Addict. This is Chili and this is video number 4 for my 100 favorite albums from English artists, and I'm counting down from 55 to 41. But before I get into this, please don't forget to hit the like button, comment on this video, share this video, and if you still haven't, please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell for updates. Okay, so with that out of the way, yes, we're at 55 to 41. I'm going to go through these real quick and maybe show some vinyls on here, of course, because that's what this is all about. So at 55, we have Wolf People, Steeple, which came out in 2010. Great band, modern day prog, I guess, psych, space rock, all of that, folky, everything is in the mix here, okay? And this is a great band. They have like 3 albums out. You know, this was introduced to me by one of you guys, suggested this. And I went and listened to these guys. I was like, wow, I was blown away. Yes. Wolf People, Steeple. Okay, so now we got 54. We got The Jam, All Mod Cons. This is like their more commercial. No, I wouldn't say commercial, but it's just more accessible than their previous 2 albums. And it's one of my favorites. And this one has the... there's an extra song on here, which is not, okay, it's always listed because I believe English Rose on track 5 and 6 for the first side, with All Mod Cons to be someone. Didn't we have a nice time? A lot of clever lyrics in here, and this is a great band, The Jam. Okay, so now we're going to number 53, Adam Ant. Okay, Friend or Foe. This is the one with Goody Two Shoes. And this is the album. This is the first one without the ants, but there are some ants in here, okay, of course. Drummer and guitars. But yes, this is the 4th album, but the first album of him being a solo artist. So Adam Ant, Friend or Foe. Okay, so number 52, the debut from Culture Club. You know, this was an album when this came out. Seems like there was a lot of soul music, soul singing coming out of there, and this is what they call, which is a racist term, blue-eyed soul, which I just think soul is soul music. And yeah, like Daryl Hall didn't like that term as well. It's just, yeah, soul music, soul singer. Do You Really Want to Hurt Me, of course, and Time, Clock of the Heart. All Tumor For You was on here. And the thing is, this came out, it was just, Time wasn't on the British version, it was only on the American version. So I think because of that song, they had some staying power, because that second single came out and, more people gravitate towards this music. Great band, Culture Club. Okay, so then we're going to some new wave, 81's Dare by Human League. It's all synthesizer music on here, keyboards, and they are very proud of it. And of course the song is Don't You Want Me. I do like the 12-inch version of Don't You Want Me. It's really good if you ever get the chance to hear that version. Dare, the Human League. Okay, now we're going to the 90s and we got Prodigy. Okay, so this is the album with Smack My Bitch Up, Breathe, and Firestarter. Okay, and they had that very controversial video, which won an award for breakthrough video and all kinds of things, and it was banned, of course. Great filmmaking, Smack My Bitch Up, Prodigy, Electronica. Okay, so now we're going into the goth realm with 49. We got Bauhaus. This is their 3rd album. I love this album. This guy's gone out. So you got Daniel Ash, a member of the band, made this. This is one of his paintings here, and it has the 3 Shadows Part 1, 2, and 3 trilogy here, and Peter Murphy, and they become later on different bands, Tones and Tails, and Love and Rockets, but it all starts here at Bauhaus. Okay, now 48, we have this album here, Spiritualized, Fucked Up Inside. This is a live album, and this is a at first, when this came out in '93, there was only like 1,000 copies. It was a mail-in kind of offer to get this album, and this is after the first album, and they kind of play a couple of new stuff in there. and they play a Spaceman 3 song. Okay, so they later put 3,000 copies of this album out. This is one of my favorite live albums because I think Spiritualized is better to be heard live. I mean, they just take it up to the next level. I mean, it sounds like, some of it sounds like old, like those old jammy Deep Purple kind of songs back in the day in the early 70s where they're just going way climactic, and it's going off the cliff, it's going off the edge, it's just crescendo, it's going to go bam. And their performances are like that. And oddly enough, John Lord later on played with Spiritualized. So, there you go. So, Spiritualized, Fucked Up Inside. Okay, and now we're going to 47, and we're going to Free. Okay, so this is a great album, great band, short-lived, of course, but, you know, it's like a super group in here. But All Right Now was the song on here, you know, and he would go on to, of course, Bad Company, but it all started right here with Free. Okay, now we have New Order, number 46, Power, Corruption, and Lies. This is a, you know, this is the same kind of little design they had for Blue Monday, because Blue Monday did come out around this time, but it was not on this album. But this is, you know, one of their stronger albums. I mean, they're all really good, you know, New Order. Even the stuff they did on the Pretty in Pink soundtrack, you know, later on. But, you know, this is a really great album, Power, Lies, and Corruption. Power, Corruption, and Lies. Get it all mixed up. All right. So, number 45, we got the Smiths. You can't have English artists without having the Smiths. Morrissey, Johnny Marr's amazing guitar playing, you know, one of a kind, unique. This one has Handsome Devil, What Difference Does It Make? How Soon Is Now, of course, and Please, Please, Please Let Me Get What I Want, which was on Pretty in Pink, right? Okay, so 49. No, 44. What am I thinking? Okay, Small Faces. We got to take it all the way back, you know, for these guys. And they do a version of Shake by Sam Cooke on here, of course. And What You Gonna Do About It. Great album. Come On Children. You know, this would end up being the Faces, of course, with in the 70s. You would end up with, you know, Rod Stewart and Ron Wood, but it all started there. And here we have 44, 43. I'm just messing all these numbers up. Mott The Hoople. All the young dudes. This was, okay, glam rock. And this was the band that was going to break up. And David Bowie was a big fan. And he said, hey, I got a song for you guys. And bam, you know, he even produced this, you know. And they do Sweet Jane on here, which is a really good version, and they do a song called Ready for Love, which was later on when they broke up, of course, because Mick Ralphs goes to Bad Company and takes that song, and they do it on that album as well, but they do a good version of it here, okay? And since we're on rock, here we go. We got Rainbow at number 42. Now, this is actually the only lineup of Rainbow. This is after the Dio one. This is with Graham Bonnet and Cozy Powell, of course. And everyone on here is English. Because before and after, there'd be Americans in here. But this is the only one that was an English lineup. And, you know, they had All Night Long on here. Since You've Been Gone. This is the most successful Rainbow. But, you know, Richie was still a great snake charmer on the guitar, and he was still kind of bringing that kind of virtuosity to mainstream audiences and just blowing them away in their concerts. So there you go with Rainbow. And then we ended off with 41. We have Spacehog, okay, 1995's glam rock extravaganza. Now this one I have to show because it is a great, nice pink album. It's a double, and look at that, Resident Alien. There was In the Meantime, of course, was the main song on here, and the Candyman. I don't know if you remember that song, but yes, these guys did have a great album out in the 90s, especially, you know, like after the whole grunge things, just like a lot of great English bands were popping out. They were popping out like 93 and afterwards, but, it kind of filled the void. They always had some great, all different kinds of diverse kinds of things coming out from England. And Spacehog was one of them. So that is number 41. So we made it. Okay. And so what are your thoughts on this? This was a pretty interesting 15, I would have to say, and it's just getting more and more interesting. Okay, so leave me a comment below. Tell me what your thoughts on these. You're like, some of those I could do without. Oh, yeah, that was a great album. But what about Bauhaus' second album? Who knows? I like that third one. So with that, I'll shut up and I'll see you guys in the next video.